Afternoon, everybody. How we doing? How are we doing? Whew, I'm bloated now. I think Sunday roast before a live stream is probably not a great idea. I might need a kip halfway through. All right. So if you see me disappear off for half an hour, I've gone for a sleep. So I think we had quite a few chat that's lopped off the top by the looks of it. I think David popped in and said hello earlier. David Tipton. I think he did say he might pop in and say hello just before bedtime. So we've got Chris in. This is Chris's radio we're having another play with today. I don't think this will be a full stream on this one because I've got some other bits to look at as well. And I've still got some bits missing from this radio. And I need to sort out what to do about the power supply. There's lots of other things. Timothy's in. Hi, Tim. Lee. Rob's radio channel. John Hurd. Tambley. Joe. Rolfson is uploading the video for later. A big bag of components. Very nice. Afternoon, Les. Daniel's in. Hi, Daniel. Uncle Tom Cobley, yeah. Yeah, would have come in the moor. Not very far from me. Well, not very far, about an hour. Don's in. Hi, Don. Hi, Aaron. Good, hope you're all right, mate. Afternoon, Nick. Yeah, it's been nice here today. It's been raining, bit of rain and sunshine here today. Bit of everything, really. Just going down through. I'm Mike Cass. Hi, Mike. Mick McGinn. Hi, Mick. Rob Titheridge. Hi, Rob. Tom and Susie. Danish from the North Pole. I've done a big jump now. Danish, I got that. Mike has Rich, eh? Hi, Rich. Good, mate. Good to hear it. Mac Vision. Hi, Mac Vision. No room for beer. No, I did have a pint of beer with me lunch. But I don't know if I can fit another one in. I do need a nap. I do need a nap. Afternoon, Benji. Tinu. Hi, Tinu. Afternoon, Les. Hang on, I was doing some jumping again. Hello, Bob's in, but his message has been deleted. I think it didn't like your caps, Bob. Aquaholic. I'm really not sure what that is, mate. Let's copy Bob's message and paste it back in. It might be relevant. Click on the link at your peril. How you doing, Don? A guy from the 60s. Good afternoon to you. Barry's in. Hi, Barry. Just uploaded a video about a bag of RS components. No worries. I did see that, Rolf. I'll have to have a look at that later if I get a chance. You have the finger mic. Well done. Just get it in you. If you've got it, there's no point having it. You've got to have it in you. Yeah, so I've got to put the volume pot in that was very kindly given to me by John Turner. So that needs to go in today in place of the one that I bought that didn't have enough terminals on it. Afternoon, Jess. Thanks, mate. Hi, Anthony. Thanks, Rob. Well, you're not late. I've only just got here myself, mate. So the radio, here it is. Not been touched since we looked at it. I think it was Christmas, wasn't it? We looked at this one last. Even got a slight film of dust on it, look. But she's a beauty. Let's pop the chassis back out again. I don't think it's fixed. I've got lots of wires and I can't remember what the wires are for the time being. But I'm sure they all do something. That's safely down over there. So let's have a look. What have we got here? Okay, so we connected, that was the main supply, wasn't it? We connected that up with some longer wires to test it. All looks a bit dodgy, doesn't it? Over this side, looks like that's our speaker wires there. Speaker and mains. I think the wire to the bulbs looks okay. Dial cord was all right. So yeah, the thing we've got to look at is the volume pot, because this is the correct size pot, in that it is the right value, but it's not got the right switch on it. It's only got a single pole switch, and we need a double pole. I've got to work out how the hell all this is wired up now as well. I think that's a positive and negative. So I'm probably going to have to get one of the other ones out of the case to have a look at it and compare. So we've got a ground wire there as well. And that's our live and neutral. So I think that goes to the switch, and then from the switch out to these wires from memory. Yeah. All fun and games, isn't it? Got to clean that band selector switch up as well. That looks a bit ropey. You're going to have to take that one out to clean it. Well, I don't think I'll get it out with the pulley in the way there. I'll have to clean it in situ then. So it is working. The radio is working. It's sort of almost there, but not quite, if you know what I mean. I think we did change a valve, didn't we? And I did pull out another valve. I did manage to find another valve for it. There. This one. I think I pinched the one out of another radio, didn't I? A UL41. Get the finger in you. Yeah. Derek's in. Hi, Derek. And Christoph's in. Christian. Hi, Christian. You've been released from the naughty corner, Bob. Bad toad. Hi, David. How are you? Dave Rhodes. Right. Yeah, it looks like I've joined some wires on there purely to test it, I think. Are they joined onto? That's okay. Joined onto the existing one there, isn't it? Yeah, I've got a bit of jiggling to do to make this work, I think, because I've got all sorts of wires going all sorts of directions. That's the neutral that goes down through there. Right, so I need to go and get another radio and pull it apart and work out the switch contacts. So let me go and grab another DAC90 a minute. I could work it out from the schematic, but why struggle when you got another one you can refer to? I still haven't found the dial glass yet for this one. It's definitely here somewhere, very safe. I've got a feeling I wrapped it up in something and put it somewhere safe, and this is the problem. It's gone somewhere very safe. Right, what one can we get? We can get our hands on the white one. The other thing I've got to find is the back panel as well. So there's a couple bits we've got to get hold of still. I think I can see what the back panel is, so it's not a major problem. I thought I found the dial glass earlier, but it's another DAC10 glass, not the DAC90. I'm pretty sure I know where it is, so it's just a matter of time before I come across it. So, I found its little sister. Bit dusty. Bit dusty. Now, just need to pop the back off a minute. See if this one is wired up the same, because there are variations in these sets. They're not all the same. Hi, Gavin. Thanks for subscribing. Subscribing? What's subscribing? Subscribing even. Yuk Sagura. Sagra. Yuk. USA Grey. I can't pronounce it. Just checking up the chat, catching up. Gavin's in. Hi, Gavin. Sunny Cardiff, very nice. Dial glasses in the loft for Penguin. Mike, Debbie? What's up with Debbie? You think this is the radio called Debbie? Captain Bob. Captain Bob. Radio Charleston International was switched off by the authorities a few days ago. Was that a pirate one, Tina? Yes, getting better, Rob. It's getting better. Yoda, how you doing, mate? Parrot. Long John Bob. Okay. Bit of a pain to take this out of the case, really, but needs must and all that. Now I'm going to be able to use my long screwdriver now that I bought specially for the occasion. A big long wearer. That's the side knob off. I think we actually used a DAC90 chassis, sorry, DAC10 chassis last time, didn't we? Rather than taking a 90A out of the chassis, but let's do it. How does that work then? Because it's too... I think I maybe undone it too far. Prevented it clearing the case. There we are. That's the knobs off. Slide her out and see. Okay, well, it's a slightly different volume pot than what we've got, but at least we can see what the wiring does. So, neutral live on 2. So I'm assuming that I connect to these and the switches are there, not there. So we'll have to check that with the meter in a minute. Let's just pop the chock block off here that's holding the speaker in, because that's in the way really. So yellow to yellow, green to green. Just move that case out of the way. The other thing I need to do is to get some rubber channel. You need some rubber channel for the dial glass. Okay. Let's have a look at this switch then. Afternoon multi. A dead parrot sketch from Monty Python was brilliant, wasn't it? What have you restored a year ago, Rob? Have you restored anything? Right, let's Let's get it on continuity. So off. So look if there's any continuity anywhere. No, on. Okay, so yeah, the switch is across there. So it looks like that's AC. Yeah, that looks straightforward enough. Right, let's get my temporary switch out, which we popped in just to test it last time. Keep knocking my big wipes over. If you knock them over, the liquid comes out of them. Makes the carpet smell nice, but okay, that's out of the way. This one's going in now. Gotta make sure we get the spindle position right. It looks like we've got two options on the thing. We've either got, oh, it doesn't fit in either. Just doesn't quite fit. So I'm gonna have to modify that slightly. So yeah, that hole I'm going to have to drill out bigger. I'm going to have to drill that hole bigger because that little stay doesn't quite come through the hole. So the distance there is different than on the old one. Have I got the old one here? Part of it. I don't know where the other part's gone. Just to show you, really. Yeah. So yeah, the distance. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's get in a bit closer. So yeah, the distance between the stop on this one, which is there, and the center of the shaft compared to this one, is different. Not by a lot, but where is it? Oh, a knot on there, am I? Yeah. You can't quite see that, but that one fits in there. This one is just a fraction out. It's almost there. I don't know if you can see that. You can just sort of see the edge of it there. So I reckon it's only going to come out a couple more. I might better do that with a file actually, rather than drilling it. See if I can do that with the file. It's only aluminium, so it works fairly easy. Just elongate the hole rather than making it bigger. It's sharp there, so I'll stick that in the end of my finger, really. It's there, pretty much. Almost. It's going to make it slightly taller. I'll tell you the other problem I've got. A nice long one there, but come on, you know you want to. It's just a fraction more. More filing. GC Jeff, how you doing? The rubber channels, will they let you watch in the rubber room? Thank you, Mike Cass, for the tip. The Pengam. What's the Pengam? Oh yes, oh the other one you mean? Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem that long ago, does it, that we were doing the Christmas streams, but... Which one was it? Was it that one? I don't think it was that one. Oh, we're back. There, that's in. Just have to open that hole up very slightly. Here we are. He's all in. Right, so we need to sort out the mains because this cannot stay. The problem with this is you can plug it in either way round, and you can have a live chassis. So this has got to come off. And what I did on the last one is I drilled this out and I put or did I drill a hole in the center of it? So you can drill a hole through the center there and bring your cord out through there. Now I've got a couple options. I've got a cloth covered, or I've got this gold stuff. I use this goldy colour. I have got some cable grommets, and I might be able to get away with putting a cable grommet in there. Where are they? I've done with the cable grommets now. Somewhere here I've got a load of them. Where are they? I thought they were over here somewhere. Yeah, somewhere I've got a box full of these things, but it's typical when you need them, you can't find them. Ow. I think with my other one, I actually drilled this out and replaced it with just a flat piece of circuit board and drilled a hole in the circuit board, which I think looked quite a nice job, because this is all sort of cracked here as well. Dilemmas. Right, let's catch up with the chat a minute. Hi Gio, how are you? Cloth covered, Chris wants. Yeah, I've got cloth covered. The only problem is the cable grommets won't fit it, so I need to get bigger cable grommets for that stuff. Anyway, Chris, just going to hold it up a little bit, but so make sure I get the right size ones because they're horrible to fit. I don't really want to just tie a knot in it. Just trying to think how best to do this. Put that back on because that's the ground. So positive and negative from the power supply go to that. To be fair, I could probably just leave those on, but I'll cut the red one off. This one I think I'll leave connected like that. Yeah, because I think I've got to connect that one to the ground as well. Hang on, that goes up to the other side of the pot. We haven't got that terminal. Where's my thingy here? Okay, so in the original radio, there is an earth tag on this metal body. I haven't got it on this one, so I'm going to have to probably rough that up and actually solder the body of that one in order to get that ground wire on it. I think I best put it on there, although we've got a plastic shaft on this one, which makes a difference because it is isolated. But so let's have a quick look. Let's take that out of the way a minute. So really, to get at it and solder it on, it wants to be, I would reckon, up there to be out of the way. So yeah, looks like I'm going to have to rough this up in that sort of area and put a blob of solder on that so I can solder the ground wire to it, because there's no terminal on this one. You know, on this one there's a separate terminal for the ground. Probably don't need it, as I say, but let's do it anyway, it won't hurt. So I just use my file to take it back to clean metal there. Let's put a blob of flux on that. Let's get you down on the bench. Put a little blob of flux on that. Just help it solder. Not too much, we don't want it running into the body. Let's put on the huge soldering iron tip and bump the iron up to, say, 400 degrees. It might actually be worth me just tacking another wire onto that. Getting rid of that one. So just pop a bit of this wire here on it. Like I say, it probably doesn't need it because of the fact that it's got a plastic shaft, but let's put it on anyway. So I say let's pump the iron up to say 400 degrees. Well, it says 390, let's go 400. Let's go the whole, well, I'll do more than 400, but let's do it at 400. That should be enough to heat that up to tin it. If it's a hot chassis and you connect the ground to the pot, you're effectively connecting ground to neutral. Yeah, I mean it's definitely connected on the old one like that. Where is it? Yeah, so that's the old one there, look. So you've got the live and neutral there. And this part here, this tag here, is soldered to that earth tag on the chassis. I mean, they're all like it. We've got a connection to the chassis anyway, so this is why these sets aren't great. I mean, I don't think there's a connection. Let's just see if there's a connection between there and there. Yeah, there is a connection between there and there. And there is on that one as well. 1.1 ohms there. And 1 ohm there. So I'm going to do it because it's, well, unless anyone says it's got to be different. I don't think that is connected to any of the switch connections. Bob, is it? We're just literally grounding that particular section there. Let me just make sure that's not connected to... Yeah, none of that's connected to the switches. Let's get the big boy solder out. See if this will solder this. Yes, it will. God, it's a monster soldering iron, isn't it? It's a beauty. There we are. There's our grey wire connected. Fingers crossed on. I've got a message from Lee Bainan as well, but I'll show you a picture of it in a minute. He's after a particular capacitor. I can't identify it. I think it's he's going to need to pop it off to get more info off of it, but just getting rid of the flux off of this. Yeah, it's definitely connected. Turn that iron back down. We don't need it at 400 now. Twang. Right, so back up in the guts of it now. I've got to connect that black wire in place of this one, which is on the tag on the chassis. So actually probably could have left it at 400, but I'm going to keep that one on. I want to see if we can unwrap this. There we go. Can't quite see. Let's get you up a little bit higher. This bar's in the way, unfortunately, of the camera. But there's a solder tag on the chassis, which is what that's soldered to. I don't think it's essential, to be fair, because it's got a plastic shaft. But saying that, I suppose you could touch the outside of it, couldn't you? Just some fresh solder on that. Tell you what I ought to do while I'm here is gauge the length of the shaft, I suppose. Saying that, it's difficult to do because this one's not really assembled. We can check that afterwards. Yeah, we can do that afterwards, that's not a problem. No, there's no 3-core. It's just a two-core cable on this one. Don, you can't ground these. Like you say. Well, yeah, I'd be asking for all sorts of trouble if I did that. Right, so yeah, all I'm doing is grounding the body of the potentiometer to the chassis, that's all. So let's just tin that up. There, that's that done. So we've got our positive and negative. Now we'll have the positive further into the radio. Can't really see what I'm doing here, can you? So I'm just wiring up the back of the switch now. So that's the positive. Make sure there's no other wires connected to the positive. A positive. No. There's only one more on the positive. Let's put a bit of flux on that because strangely it looks like this has never been connected to apart from the volume pot. The actual potentiometer has been connected to, but it looks like the switch has never been used. I'll put a bit more solder on that. That should hold it better. Okay, that's on live to the set. Now the negative has got 2 wires that come to the terminal, but I've joined them together up underneath here, under this heat shrink. So I'm just going to leave that in, just loop it around a little bit. I want to make it look neat, so we'll go to about there. app on the iPhone keeps resetting back to the start after every commercial. Strange. You're watching on an iPhone, Anthony, are you? That must be odd work. I suppose you can see it on a phone. I struggle watching YouTube on a phone, I must admit. I really do. I do. If I'm out and about, I've got a fairly large phone, and I can watch videos on it, but it ain't very good. It's not a good viewing experience, shall we say. Right, flux is on it. Let's put some heat on, see if I can solder that up. Let's grab me a glass of water. Got a bit of a dry mouth now. Chatting on the phone but watching on the Apple TV, but not easy to type there. Oh, I know what you mean, Anthony. If I'm watching a live stream on the TV, I've got to use the iPad really for the chat, so I know exactly what you mean. Okay, that's that sorted. We know which way these go. They're easy enough to get to. So let's connect our cable. So let's find our cloth covered wire. I did have it down here somewhere, didn't I? There we go. Actually, I've got some more somewhere. That's 3-core. Where is the other cloth covered? Bear with me. I'm just going to see if I can find the other cloth covered wire, because we did dig it out the other week, unless that was it, but I'm sure I've got some loose stuff here somewhere. That's the gold. Well, I could have sworn I had some 2-core cloth covered wire, but maybe I haven't. I did get the cloth covered wire out, didn't I? I'll tell you what, it's in major need of a clear up in here, because keep knocking things down and don't pick them back up again, and it all gets ravelled in with everything else. Well, I swear I had some of that, some 2-core cloth covered, but I can't see it. You got me on twice. That's a good idea, Tim. Raspberry Pi attached to TV, so nice. Huh. I never showed the cloth cable, didn't I? Thanks, Anthony. Well, I have got some here. I thought I had some loose, but the only cloth wire I can find is still bagged up there. Yeah, I swear I had some. I've used some on another radio. I'm sure I have. That sound like a dodgy voice now. Yes, I did show it. It's down here. No, I have got it. I can see it. I can see it. I did. Right, we should be back. We should be back with audio. Sorry about that. I actually knocked the what do we call it? I knocked my capture card. My capture card is in an enclosure, and I leant over to get the cable, and I knocked the capture card off. So my apologies. Yeah, so my 4K capture card is in an enclosure, Thunderbolt card. So unfortunately, it kicked me offline. So yeah, there we are. There's the cloth cable. 2-core. I've got 2-core and I've got 3-core, but we only need the 2-core for this radio. So get some of this unwound. If I can find out where the end is, so I can see the end there, but that looks like the main loop. Yeah. So what do we say, about 1.5 meters of cable? Don't really want much longer than that, because you don't want to be traipsing mains power too far, do you? 1 or 1.5 meters, that's 1 meter. It doesn't look like a meter, does it? I'm sure it's from the tip of your nose to your end of your fingers, isn't it? A meter, roughly. Stick to radios. Intermittent audio. It might just be catching back up again, Lee. Martin, I had a question for you from John Turner. John was asking if you can get any more of those aerial connectors, Martin. You remember the aerial connectors you sent me over for the record deck, I think it was, wasn't it, originally? But they fitted the Grundig perfectly. Are you able to get any more of those, Martin? Or was that the only ones that you had? We didn't know if you had a supplier of those over there, that was all. Because John would very much like some for his Grundig, I think. A short cord always looks cheap. This stuff ain't cheap. This ain't cheap, Don. I can't remember whether I got this from... I may have got this from China. I can't remember now. I've got two lots here, two different ones. One's 3-core and one's 2-core. But we only need the 2-core for this. You don't really want too big a lead trailing everywhere, do you? How long do you want your... Oh, my sound is now intermittent. It's looking okay on the screen. Audio's fine there, Aaron, is it? You might need to just refresh your screens then. 125, Martin? 6 foot? Go 1.5 plus a bit for the connections. Yeah, I think you need, if anyone's got audio problems, just yeah, it was the ones that Martin let me have for the aerial connections. It was a three-way and a 2-way, wasn't it? Now I've got them here somewhere because they're still connected up to the box, which has fallen on the floor when I knocked everything else off. So it was that one, and there was a 3-pin one as well, I think, wasn't there? That Martin let me have. It was 2 of those. So I didn't know if you had any more of those, Martin. Well, John's asked if you could get any more. He'd like to buy some if you have them. 6 foot for you, Chris, is it? I need to get... Well, I'm 6 foot, so that's easy enough, isn't it? So I just put my foot on the bottom to allow for a connection. And about there. That's a fair old length of cable. That's £100, that 6 foot of cable, Chris. Right, let's cut it there then. 6 foot. Plus a bit to make the connections. So let's just cut back the sheathing a little bit. Let's get you down on the bench a bit. Let's find a clear bit of bench. Not that there is a clear bit of bench. Somewhere around there, maybe. So we need to just cut back the excess on this, because there's a bit going to go through there. So what I'll do is I'll just stick some tape around that to stop the ends fraying. All right, thanks, Martin. Yeah, if you do know of someone that's got some, then John would be very much appreciative. I did say I'd ask you next time I saw you. There we go. Let's cut that off nice. Yeah. So we can now get our live and neutral out of there, connect them onto our switch. I'm not 100% sure what to do yet on this, so I might just file this hole out and poke it through there for now. Yeah. I don't know. No, I think I'm going to drill that completely out, actually. Let's get the radio into shot a bit more now, show you what I'm up to. So we're looking at this this 2-pin plug here. This is no good, this can't stay. We need to get this through here, but it needs to be cable clamped in here somehow. So as you know, if someone like drops a radio and hangs on to the wires, it's not going to come out and leave you with bare-ended wires. So normally I put a cable grommet on there, but I don't think the grommets that I've got will fit this radio. I can't for the life of me see where the hell I've put them either at the moment. They're definitely here somewhere. I've got loads of them, I've got hundreds of things. Oh, I think I know where they are. I think I know where they are. I think they're under the bench in my maker's box. He says, this is where they should be. My experimentation, there we are. So that's what I mean by cable grommet, one of these things. So basically you drill a hole, it's a deep, and you shape it, and that clamps down and squeezes the cable in, but as you can see, these are too small. That's too small a diameter. It works with this cable. It'll clamp onto this cable, but this one is a fair bit bigger. I don't think it'll clamp it. And basically, you pop your cable in, and that goes over the top, clamps down on it. No, I think I'm going to need the next size up. So I need the next size up because that just is too tight. They'll never squash that in. You can get a little tool to squash them and push them in, but that's a bridge too far there. Yeah, I'm not going to get that in. As I say, it will clamp on this cable, because this is what I bought them for. Oh, he says as he drops it. So yeah, unfortunately I can't use that. It's too bulky to tie a knot in. Some people tie a knot in it. I could get a knot in it, but it's quite stiff because it's cloth covered. It makes it even stiffer. So yeah, gonna have to think about that one. I think I'll get this thing out of the way though. So let me go and get my center punch a minute, and I'll just drill that out. I'll leave it with the radio because it's part of the radio's history. But the other thing that you can't get a hold of for these is the mains plug. I'll show you what I did to mine in a minute. Let's get my center punch. I mean, I could leave this in and just drill a hole up here. The problem is, because you've already got holes drilled for these two pegs, it is quite weak. If you look in the back, you can't quite see it, but there's just nuts that hold these pegs on. I'm just sort of brainstorming at the moment, trying to think what to do. I know I put a bit of circuit board material in my last one. Just a bit of PCB copper. You can't really see that very well, can you? But no, you can't really, Chris, because it's in contact with this. This is not brass. This is just plated metal. But it could rub through that, and then you've got a live connection potentially to this. So it needs to be insulated properly. Not that you're allowed to use it, Chris, obviously. I don't know if I'll be able to desolder this. I might have to turn the iron up a bit. Alright, did desolder. Two top ones on. I nearly grabbed hold of that, so we've got two nuts there. I don't know if I'll be able to get the nut driver in. Always the last one you pick, isn't it? Still warm. So once they're out of the way, you're left with that, really. So I could drill one of these out bigger and poke it through there, couldn't I, really? Still held. So it's whether I take this piece off altogether and put a new piece in here, or whether I just reuse it and drill a hole in, make this one bigger, maybe, because it needs to come out quite a bit further yet to get the cable in. Wire everywhere now. What do you think? Ken, how you doing, mate? Is the size of the pins like a Euro mains plug? It probably is, not a lot different. What did I have that had a Euro mains plug on it the other day here? It's not a lot of difference, I don't think. Yeah, no, it's slightly bigger, Martin. It's slightly bigger. I just tried poking it into a socket and it is slightly bigger than a Euro plug. Shaver socket type thing. Yeah, see, this is cracked right across as well. I'm not going to be able to reuse this. I'm going to have to take this off and put something else in here. I'm going to have to do like I did on the other one and just put a... Remember using a plastic insert which you screw on, which compresses a grommet onto the cable. Let's catch up. No worries. Strain relief, split grommets, laxative. You put the cable through a grommet and then a P-clip on the chassis. Oh, that's good call. I've got some P-clips here. They're not big enough, mind you. That's a P-clip, look. But unfortunately that's not big enough. This wire is quite chunky. Yeah, that just will not go anywhere near that, so I'd need a bigger P-clip than that. Yeah, because it's split, I'm going to actually take this off. You sent a message. You have a female plug for... Oh, the Euro. Yeah, it is a bit bigger, Martin. Hi, Ganesh. I'm not on there, am I? You put something in the chat. Let's have a look, see if I can get the messenger up then. No, it's playing out. Right, let's just find the center of these. Just hit them with a automatic center punch. Is that the center? Yeah. Right, let's get me drill. Get the drill out. Yeah, I can't get the Radiocruncher chat up on this one off of the website. I'll have to get it off of my phone in a second, Anthony. Alright, okay. Right. Now, what size are those rivets? Rivet! Pardon me. Lunch is repeating on me. Smaller than 4. 3mm might do it. Just all metric. You like drilling out rivets, Joe, do you? Stay on there. typical, it's not gone straight, has it? Never does go in the middle, does it? I'll make sure my hands aren't in. One. Oh dear, it's not pretty, is it? Probably would have been better off drilling them out from the back, but there, she's gone. Now the wire fits through okay. Fits through easy now. Where is the wire, Graham? Wire? Where's the wire? There's a living wire everywhere here now. Now it fits through, look. How about that? Fits fine now, look. They make a plug for covering up unused knockouts in household breaker boxes. Let's see if I can get the chat up on here on my phone. Fits easy now, doesn't it, Derek? Let's see, send me a couple of photos. Oh, I thought you meant plugs for this. That's the ones. You get them from Amazon, do you? Yeah, you have to send me the link then, Anthony, but that's definitely the one, AM and FM. You've got a link for those, that'd be great, Anthony. Search mains cable gland. See, I've got some rather ugly other things. But I know last time what I did was I put some bit of board in there. And I got the other bit of board that I used. I put a bit of PCB board in there. What the hell I've done with it? I've probably got a lump of it somewhere. And I used that. It's got to come out through this hole because you've got the hole in the back panel that it's got to go through. So it's basically got to go through there and then into the actual back of the switch. I'll get that done in a minute. Let's have a look at some cable glands then. Let's have a look at some cable glands. I have got a cable gland. Thanks, Anthony. I have got some cable gland thingies that I used for my power supply build. But I don't think they were strain relief. Now, what the hell did I do with those? don't know what I've done with them. I used them for when I built the power supply for the Commodore 64. Oh, there we are. These might do it, actually. These might just do it. Doesn't look particularly retro or pretty, but this is what I used for the Commodore 64. But again, I don't know if it's the right cable size. Oh, yeah, it would go. Yeah, it does fit through there, look. Then I think if you do that up, that locks it solid. And it's supposed to be that way round. It's supposed to be that way round, so you've got a bit of strain relief. Not supposed to be any problem with mounting it that way, would there? Apart from heat on this plastic, maybe. Yeah, that would work. That's job done. Yeah, that actually does grip the cable. So yeah, it goes that way round. That goes through the hole. That would work. You like that, do you? That will work. I'll just have to put it in the other way round. So I put it in that way round. So that'll tighten up inside. That tightens up on the back to grip the cable. I assume that's the right way round. So the RS number on that list, 8229616. So let's just look that up a minute. So that's the ones. Data sheet. Yeah, so D1. Which one have I bought though? Which one have I bought? I bought that one then. M12. M12 thread. M12. That one there, D1, 12 mil. So this you can get for all different size cables. Cable range. 3 to 6.5 mil. Well, that's got to be bigger than 6.5 mil. It does fit through there. Yeah. Interesting. That's going to do the job, I reckon. Will the tail of that clamp fit through the hole in the back panel, though? Not quite with you there, Bob. So what we need to do is we need to get a piece of sort of like fiberglass circuit board material, drill a hole in it, then fix that into the holes there, drill that through, clamp it, all the rest of it. So all you do is undo that knot there, undo that nut there even, pop that through the panel, then pop the nut back on and do it up. So it'd be like that in the panel, really. So we fix like that, and that's your strain relief there. Tighten that up. That stops the cable moving at all. And this is the sort of strain relief. It's going to be like that coming out the back of the set, basically. Yeah, that'll work. I mean, I might. Yeah, should be enough. Should be enough. Okay, so the other one I did, I used some circuit board material. Now, I would have cut a piece off of that, and I would have thought I'd have kept it, but you know what it's like. I've got to switch the extractor on now. Yeah, there it is. So that's what I used last time, just some of this. It's very similar thickness to that. In fact, it's the same thickness. And I just cut a square piece out of it. In fact, there's a bit I broke off. So just put the copper side to there. Let's do the same again then. We could just measure it. Maybe a penny would be the right size. A penny and cheaper. Good thinking though, Don, but I don't have any old pennies here. In fact, I say that, I probably do. I got everything here somewhere. There's everything here somewhere, right. So I can use this as sort of a template. This is me. Let's get rid of that flux that's everywhere here a minute. chewed up, graunched that one up. That's the only problem, isn't it? Let's get me a little tracer pencil. Very nice, these. Sell them at work. I think I bought this one in Screwfix. We did buy it online. Anyway. Now, last time I didn't I just cut a square last time. I'll probably do the same this time. There's no need to cut I need a square edge now. I need a square edge. My technical drawing bits are gone. Used to have lots of things like that back in the day. Don't use them anymore, do we? Squares and that. Just have to use my marking thingy here. So there's up, that's there. Grab my ruler, which has fallen on the floor as well. Everything falls on the floor here. Get a washer with a 12mm hole already in it. Which I did have some big washers here, didn't I? I bought some big ones in to do that that aerial for Chris. I tell you, I meant to ask you, Chris, as well. Can you remember that I did that GEC radio for you, and we took that big chrome thing off the top, and I bought that big washer and put in it. Somebody messaged me and said, did you still have the big lump of chrome that the aerial went through, because he wants it. I don't know what he wants it for, but I think he wants it for, he's trying to restore one of those radios or something, and he wanted that that part. Sure, it's on one of my YouTube comments. Yeah, this was exceptionally big. I don't know what I did with it. See, there was a Stuff's moving around again. I don't know what I did with the washers. I don't think I bought many. But I'd still need to fix the washer to the radio, so that would be a real pain in the neck having to drill all that metal. But this way works well. So what I've got to do now is I've got to cut that out. I've got to cut that out and then I'll mark it up. So let me go and get my razor saw. And cut this out. I think last time I just scored and broke it because I didn't have a razor saw back then, but okay, so there's the thing. Where's me razor saw's gone? There's one. Right, I'm going to nip to the loo while I'm here. Right, well I found one of the razor saws, but I want the bigger one really. I don't want that then. Ah, there he is. Okay. Bit of a game this, isn't it? Yeah, I just turned the channel. You don't want to hear me go in the toilet, do you? I'm sure that's not your thing. So yeah, I've got some razor saws. I'll probably use the bigger one of the two. So I've got to cut this. Now these are pull saws, so they cut on the pull. So. No, that's not going through very well, is it? It's going to take me forever to cut through that. Well, I say that, it won't really, I suppose, will it? I think we could be just scoring and snapping this. Pretty sure that's what I did last time. Score and snap. Let's see if it works. If not, I'll have to cut another piece, won't I? There we go. Woo-hoo! Hell, that's strong stuff. Catch you soon. Oh, thanks, Martin. Cheers, mate. Probably a standing knife would be a bit better, wouldn't it? Okay. Yeah, that's all right. Not worried about the back side of it. Ooh. Right, okay, so I need to just cut that edge there off a bit neater. Oh, steady. There we go. So I just need to get the holes lined up. So I use this as a rough guide. Now, did I pot rivet this before, or did I put screws? I think I put screws in it. I think I put M3 screws in it last time. Let's get a bit of wood. The Fighters Guild in Oblivion. All right, Aaron, catch you soon, mate. Still got bad back, Rob. I've got another type of bad back now. I keep getting bad backs. Love a bad back. That's perfect. Right, let's look at, I've got some nylock nuts here, some M3 nylock nuts, and somewhere here I should have some M3 bolts. There's M3. M2.5, I think that's M3 there. Yeah, they fit nice. Right, what I'll do, so I'm back up on the radio now. You got your caps on again, Rob, you've just been kicked out, mate. Gotta love the caps. Rob Cross, the caps king. King of caps. Right, so I'm just up the top of the radio now, look. So I'm just putting the plate on. I'm just putting it on the back first, just to mark that. So the screw is just catching that edge of that at the moment. Just want to a rough guide as to where the cutout is for the power supply. I'm just going to mark that. So that's our power supply. So the cable's got to go through that. So if we're looking at putting this grommet wherever it's gone, stuck on the end of the cable, if we're looking at putting that through there, I don't know whether to actually mount that in behind. That actually looks a bit neater there. I actually like it behind, because before I've mounted it there. I said, no, I suppose it's got to go there, because when you look through the back, you can see this piece. So yeah, it will have to be mounted there. So I don't think it looks right else. Just tidy it up a little bit with a file. Just a bit sharp there. Right, now have I got a 12mm drill bit? That's the next thing. No, I've only got 10. Oh, I really don't want to put a step drill through this. Let me have a look then. So 10mm isn't far off actually. So what I'm going to do is drill a pilot hole first in the centre. Back down on the bottom here now. Back on my scrap bit of wood. You like to test the stream element. You're telling porkies, Rob. Your caps lock is on again. Be careful, Rob. If you do it too many times, it'll kick you out permanent. So don't mess with the stream elements. He's ferocious. Right, so let's go. So what is that? That is 10, 15mm. So we want 6, 7.5, about there then. Must be about there. I'll go centre of those. X marks the spot. That's one. So let's work up. Let's go up to 6mm. Yeah, I do have a step drill, but it's a bit aggressive. I think it looks neater on the back. That's a 6mm. Let's go with 8mm then. So I might need to finish. I do have a step drill, but I think that might just shatter the fiberglass. Be careful here, because it might cut my fingers, this. Yeah, see what I mean? I'll stick this in the vise to do this last one. I've got a little vise mounted on the other bench over here. You didn't know I got other benches, did you? Well, I have got another bench, but that's for my amateur radio stuff. And my scanners, etc. Save my fingers. Right. I'll go a bit faster as well. last 10 out. The biggest drill bit I got that. The biggest drill bit I got that. Well, I've got a step bit, like I say. It might be easier to do a step bit now. I've drilled that, but let's see if it'll go in. No, not quite. So I'm either going to have to get the step drill in or ream it out. Let me go see if I can find the step drill a minute. Well, I may have taken it out into the shed. But I do like to try and keep it in here because I do use it quite a lot. Oh, actually, I've got that. Oh no, I've got a rasp bit. Typical. I haven't got it here, have I? I know I used it for something outside a while back. I'd like to try and keep it here if I can, but I've obviously taken it from here and not put it back, which is a bit naughty. But I have something else here that will do the job. What have I done with that then? Might be a bit aggressive this, but this is one of these rasp bits. So it's basically you drill through, and then this is like an abrasive part that helps open the hole up a bit. So let's see if that'll do anything for us. Very nearly. It's literally a fraction now. Oh, so near. So near. Bit wonky. Bit wonky that way. Still not quite there. Where the hell's the step bit when you need it? Still not quite. Gotta be now, surely. Yay! We're in. We are in. We're in. Sorted. Right, let's have a bit of a clear up because it's hell of a mess here. Got stuff all over my legs here. Got my decent trousers on as well because I've been out and I've now got drill dust all over them. So that, like, rasp bit came with a set came with the center punch and the step bit all in one set. Very useful. If I can find a link to it, I'll stick it in the description. And thanks to those of you that have bought things from the description. I think my Amazon affiliates account now stands at £4 something. £4 is better than no pounds, isn't it? End of the day. So yeah, if you see anything you like in the description of the video, because all the links to most of my test equipment and tools is all in the description below this video. So if there's anything you fancy buying and you click on the link and buy it from that, you pay exactly the same, but I think it's a 1%, maybe? Something like that? I don't know. But I wanted to put together a list and show people where they could buy it from, so that worked out rather well. Still need to get some 1mm drill bits though. Whew. Right, let's get some of this stuff packed up here. Got stuff everywhere. What have I knocked over now? I mean, my ears ring up, did. What's that? What have I got? A hand reamer. Oh, nice. I have seen those, Nick. Very nice bit of kit. Can't beat a nice hand reamer. Now, I'm getting confused with a panel punch here. Hand reamer. Hand reamer. I do like to do things the hard way though, I must admit. I love a bit of hassle. Oh dear. Right, it's a hell of a mess here. Such a mess. So I need those. Don't need that anymore. I need the nuts. I need that. Can go in with the bits there. That. Maps in. You're halfway with my £4 for a hand reamer. Excellent. Exactly. See, it all counts. Right, let's have a quick clear up. Life's not worth living without a good reamer tool. I really don't know what they look like. I may have one. I may already have one and don't know what it is. Wouldn't surprise me. Got most things here. Well, we did that the hard way, but got there in the end. That's the main thing. We achieved what we were started out to do. Right. So let's just test this out then. So the idea is that that'll go through there. And that nut there will go on there like that. Tighten up. Yeah, there we are. There's our strain relief. So let's I don't know whether to put that rubber washer, I think, ought to go on the back, didn't it? Or on the front. It does look like it goes in a recess there, so we'll leave it there for now. Right, next is to get this then attached to the radio. So I'm going to use M3 bolts, which will go through the hole. Hopefully they won't foul the bit on the back, but I don't think they do. I think this is how I did the last one. And I've got some of these nylock nuts which lock in. So they've got like a locking washer on them. Let's go up. Hip, 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 hip. Will they bite though? Don't know. They're a bit close. I don't think the nylock's going to bite on that. No, so the little bit of nylon that bites is not going to even touch there, so that's no good. Back to the drawing board then. Let's get the nuts and washers back out again. So I'm going to have to put a normal M3 nut on there with a lock washer by the looks of it. Star washer. Can't quite see what I'm up to, can you? Oh, no. Ideal. Actually, I've got some countersunk M3s. That would make a nice flush connection if I can find my countersinker, which I can't, but I could use a big drill bit. That might be better. Let me just test that theory out a minute. So I've just used a 5.5mm drill bit to just make a countersink in that. Hand reamer, Nick. See, I've got one. Yeah, you can go a little bit further with that. Maybe a bigger drill bit. Let's try 6.5. See if we can get it flush. Oh, nice. It's not dead flush, but it's a lot flusher than the other one. I reckon a little bit more and that'll be dead flush. Nice. In fact, now it's sticking in more. My nylock nuts might fit on there. Not quite the right angle, but enough to recess it in, Don. Yeah, nylock will fit now. Or is that a one? Nice. Let's do this other one. Yeah, nice. Okay, not going to get in there with what size that nut is. .5 nut. Look, there we go. There we have it. Well, we're not focusing there. So now if we pokey through there, Put that one in there. More stuff on the floor. Just need to nip that nut up so I can move this in and out, and then when I'm ready to lock it in place, I've just got to graunch that up, and it won't go anywhere. Ideal. Excellent. Well, that worked very well. I've just got to nip this one up. There. That ain't going anywhere. Job done. A lot of messing about, but yeah, that'll work fine. A lot of messing about and a lot of extra work, but you know, pays off in the end, doesn't it? So the countersink is 82 degrees. Got 1:25 in the morning, Don. You're a hero. Thanks for staying up with us, mate. And we'll see you next week. Have a good one. I knew that would take a fair bit of time, that, but at least it's done now. So let's bear some wire off here. Let's get this soldered soldered up to the volume switch for the on-off pot. Right, this is a bit more awkward to solder now. Well, that's that one. You can't really see, but the connection's in there. I need to prop this up to solder it, really. I'll prop it up like that. You can just about see the copper wire coming off. Let's hit that with a bit of flux. One, let's wait for that to go off. Okay, that's our negative or neutral. Trying to get all the strands through the hole. Any stragglers. You should be able to see, just about to see that. Going to put a bit of flux on that, just because the terminals are slightly tarnished, but pretty good. This is a pretty hefty soldering iron tip. I want to make sure I've got a lot of heat transfer. There we are. So you know, see if I pull the cable, I can sort of make sure it's got a bit of flex in it, and then just lock that grommet off, and that won't move anywhere now. Let's get you back out. So yeah, I've just locked that in place now, so that won't... I'm really pulling hard on that and that's not moving. Ideal, there we are. That has sorted that. How about that? Right, the only thing left to do now then is to connect the volume pot connections. So let's have a look here. So we've got the shield on the outside, we've got yellow in the inside and green in the middle. Let's just pop these off. Right, let's just get these cleaned out with some solder braid, see if we can actually poke them through the holes. Should be able to. Right, so we said yellow on the inside. Let's get you up a little bit. Zoom. Oh dear. Come on. Solder these in one at a time, because otherwise they're just going to keep knocking each other out. Really at the right angle to do this, but you can't see if I do that. Let's just let me solder them up first and then you can have a look, because I need to just make sure that's in the terminal a bit better than that. I don't want it pulling out. That's better. That's better. Gone a bit meaty with this wire for some reason. Never mind. Should go through there okay, yeah. I think I kept to the same colour wires as the last time, didn't I? That's probably the only green wire I had. There she blows. The ground wire. That moved again, didn't it? There we go. All connected up. Strain relief. Got a little bit of flex in it there. I've not done it up mega tight and taut. That ain't going anywhere now. Nice. Got there in the end. Phew. How are we doing for time? I want to be done by about 6 really. Yeah, we're not far off. Okay. Let me just catch up with the chat and see what you've been saying behind me back here. Dawn's off to bed. The opening on the cabinet lower back is pretty wide. Let me just show you what that looks like. I believe this is it here. Yeah, this is the back panel. So that's the hole for the main supply, look. So if we look down at the back of the radio, hopefully it'll go through. If not, I'll have to drill it out a bit more, but oh, it'll just go through, I think. Yeah, there we go. How about that? How about that? That is absolutely bang on, look. That's pretty good, isn't it? You've got to admit, that looks factory, doesn't it? Looks a bit modern, mind you, but this is without the mains transformer sign up. Danish, thank you very much, Paul. Let's put that out of the way. Thanks for the tip, mate. Effects of breakfast. Almost made to measure, isn't it? No, it's not. It's not going to come with a plug. It's not going to come with a plug because I can't sell it I can't sell it because it doesn't comply with electrical regs and all the rest of it. So it's sold as a decorative ornament, Joe. Although, you know, if you connect it up, on your head be it, Chris. But it'll be fine. I'm over the top with safeties, but I'm not a qualified electrician, so I can't give it a clean bit of health. All I can do is my best. So there we are. It's nearly there. That was one of the jobs that I wasn't looking forward to be fair, because it does take a fair bit of time. And it's a pain in the backside. So we've got Chris's 6 foot of cable on it. That is the back panel to this set as well. What have I got left to do then? I've got the little bit of plastic that fits on there. That's got to be slipped back in. It goes in that way, doesn't it? I'm going to pop that back in actually, so as am I going to pop it back in, or is that going to be a pain in the backside as well? Oh, that's going to be a pain as well, isn't it? You don't want to go in. Yeah, that's got to go back in. That bit of I don't know what you call that stuff. It's like a opaque something or other. I'm also going to look at the resistor, the ballast resistor for the lights, which someone has changed here to an 82. I think it's that one, the lights, or is it the middle one? It might be the middle one actually. I'm not sure. Yeah, I need to have a look at the ballast resistor for the lights, which I think is that middle one. Because they could do with being brighter, and they modified this later to have a higher resistance to basically stop the bulb blowing when you turned it on and off quick. So if you turned it on and off quick, you got a bit of a surge and it would pop the light. So they put a bigger resistor in there to stop that. Of course, that also made it dimmer. There is lots of workarounds. I've not really done a lot of research on how to get the lights brighter. But there is ways. I mean, people have done all sorts of stuff. They put extra transformers in them. But yeah, as someone was asking about whether this is the mains transformer version, it's not. It's got the dropper resistor here, which drops the mains down to the correct voltage for the set. I think it drops it down to about 90 volts, depending on what your mains is. So I've rewired all that. I've got a new safety cap in there. All the stuff all the work underneath's been done. All new capsulet. It's got a new filter cap in it. Great expense. I've got to cut this shaft off to the right length. Let's do that in a minute. Let me measure the one on the other set. Let me get my calipers out a minute. It's got the old digital calipers. I'm just going to measure the height of this one. Which is 40.45, so just lock that in. Use the very, very fine razor saw to cut this one off then. Cool, that's very fine. There we go. We just need to file the end off, put a chamfer on it. There we are. Job done. Should measure twice, cut once, really, shouldn't you? But double check. Absolutely bang on. Another job done. So I've got to look at the resistor for the ballast for the bulbs. I've got to find the dial glass. I've got to order some channel rubber. Now let me get one of the DAC10 glasses because it's the same thickness. Now the channel that I found on eBay was 5mm. If you buy it from the people that sell this as spares, it's bloody expensive. So it's 3mm. So it's actually 2.9. So it's 3mm the glass, and this is one from a DAC10, not this particular one. Though it probably would fit, wouldn't it? Probably exactly the same size, but it's not the right one, so it ain't going on. So I did find some 5mm. I wonder if they do 3mm then. Let me go to my eBay page a minute. Let's go into my watch list. Offers? No, we don't offers. On the watch list. See if I can find this channel rubber. I'm pretty sure it's 5mm, so I probably need 3mm. Was it on here or was it on? Is that all of them? Oh, hang on, there's more. There's more. Ah, there it is. See, that says for 4 to 5 mil glass, wood or metal. I mean, that would probably be all right. It's 1 mil different. Yeah, I don't think there's. I see 3 to 4 mil material, but that's that's a square one. That's a rounded one, I mean. Ah, fits 2 to 3 mil material. Still rounded, but it'd be better than nothing. Car door boot edge protector rubber. No, that's going to be too small now, isn't it? Yeah, if it's 0.5 to 1.5 mil, that's no good. It's 3 mil as well. It's going to have to be something like this then, isn't it? Something like this. I really wanted a square edge one if I could find it, but it's 3 to 4 mil. It's more of a square one. Doesn't need to be finned, mind you. Something there. No, that's for 6 mil. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can get a square one that fits 3 mil. It looks like it's just the U section ones. Anyway, that's what I'm after, some sections, some glass stuff. So let's catch up with the chat. H. Neil, welcome. They do sound nice, yeah. The ones without frightening you too much. Simon, no worries. Thanks, Chris. A decorative ornament. Paul, you've never seen a saw like that. Would have used a hacksaw. Yeah, I think they call them razor saws. Now they're made by a specific company. You can get good ones and you can get rubbish ones. I think these are the good ones. I've got a couple of these. I've got two different sizes. They come in all sorts of different shapes and sizes. So that's the two I've got. And I've also got a mitre block for them as well. So I've got a mitre block. I think I got all of these off of Amazon as well, so I'll have to put links to them on, won't I? But they are very useful for cutting plastic and that sort of thing. I'd have been there for a while trying to cut through that though, because that was pretty tough material, that. Yeah, and they're a pull saw, so they cut on the they don't cut on the push, they cut on the pull. So it's a pull saw. But I do use them quite a lot actually. They're good for cutting stuff like this off. Aluminium. Can't really use them on steel, but aluminium you're all right. Nigel Williams, good evening to you, mate. You was wondering what channel rubber was. Sorry about that. I didn't explain it, did I? Welcome, Paul, as well, mate. So yeah, I've got to find the dial glass for it, and one of the remaining jobs is to polish up this this case. I'm really not sure what to do with this crack. I think what I might do is just pop the Dremel in underneath and just channel it out a little bit and put some epoxy in there just to make sure it doesn't go any further, because it does get quite hot, and that's probably what's cracked it in the first place, because it's directly above the dropper. So yeah, I think I just need to address that. I might put some super glue in it, I don't know, but it'll have something in it just to stabilize it. So yeah, I've got to polish that. To be fair, it's got a lovely finish, this one. Look at the colour coming through on that. You can see it already. I haven't polished this yet, but I think it's going to come up amazing. There's a really nice pattern in it. If you look at it underneath, you can see because that's not had any weathering, so that's as close as you're going to get to what it would have looked like originally. So if I can get it in the light. Yeah, there you go, that. I don't know what it's got on the bottom there, but that will come off. Probably polishing compound, I expect. But yeah, that's what it's going to come up like, hopefully. So it should look pretty amazing, shouldn't it, when it's done? It's not perfect, but it's a very good example of one, put it that way. And now it's done mechanically and electronically, it should last many years. Right. Well, sorry, it's been a bit of a shorter stream today, and I came on a bit later, but as I say, took Mrs. Cruncher out for lunch, so got to spoil our ladies, haven't we? Yeah, there is. You can get the Japanese pull saws for wood. I've got one out in the shed. Really, really fine cut. So that's it for today. Hope you've enjoyed that. Another lump of work done on the DAC90A. We're nearly there. Should be just. I may not even do another video on it because of the fact it's just polishing the case. Really, that's all it needs doing. Polishing the case. I'm trying to think if there was anything else I needed to do on it. No. Apart from maybe messing with the resistor to try and get the bulbs a fraction brighter, but they're never going to be bright on one of these unless you can do some sort of fancy conversion to make them brighter. But there you are. You enjoyed it nearly as much as Chris did. Yeah. Yeah, it's Chris's baby, this is. Cheers, Les. There we are, people. I will see you next week. I don't think we've got anything planned for next Sunday, so it'll be normal time, around about the 2 o'clock UK time. And have a good week and all the rest of it. And I will see you next week, if not before. Bye for now.